Hello, welcome back. It is Monday, the beginning of the week. As you saw, I did some straightening up from the weekend chaos. If you're a parent, you know what I'm talking about, or if you're married, you know what I'm talking about. My brother is actually on his way over here to hang out with us for a little bit. He's in town visiting. I think he's just in for today, so he's just going to come in for a few hours. My son's currently outside blowing bubbles, so you will hear all that excitement. I just want to wish everyone a happy Monday and hope we have a great week. Not sure what's in store for us. I know I do have a showing tomorrow at one of my listings that you've already been to. I did put a listing live today that I'm doing open house at this weekend. If it gets that far, hopefully it's under contract. Wishful thinking, speaking it into the universe. So let's see what we get into this week. I'm back. So last night my brother did come over to visit us, so that was fun. It's actually like the most we've seen each other in the past couple weeks. That it's been in a long time because, like I said, he lives in Pennsylvania and I live in Maryland. And it takes about 4 hours to get to his house from my house. But yeah, so that was fun. My son was glad to see his Uncle Jamers, is what he calls him. His name is James, but they call him Jamers. Well, not they, my son. He's the only one that calls him Jamers. That's the little nickname he gave him, but I think it's super cute, so I love it. It's Tuesday. We're going to head to the meeting that we have. I think they're having it. We had one last week, which was a substitute for the one from the week before. And then they were talking about, do we want to keep on the schedule, which would have made it today, or do we want to skip every 2 weeks and start it next week? And I think they said this week, but I haven't seen a reminder. But regardless, I'm just going to go in and work if we don't have a meeting. So it doesn't really matter. We have a showing later. I've got to do some admin stuff, like on the back end, paperwork and all that good jazz. So let's just see what we get into today. You never know what's going to pop up. So let's do it.
Now I'm shaking, drinking all this coffee. These last few weeks have been exhausting. I'm lost in my imagination, and there's one thing that I need from you. Can you come through? My mind, waking when the sun's down, riding all these highs, waiting for the calm down. Walk these streets with me, I'm doing decently, just glad that I can breathe. Yeah, I'm trying to realize it's alright to not be fine on your own. Coffee. These last few weeks have been exhausting. I'm lost in my imagination, and there's one thing that I need from you.
As you saw, we saw some wild ponies today. Oh, it's currently Wednesday. I drove to Assateague State Park on the Maryland side. So actually where we live, we can get to Assateague, which has wild ponies and beaches and trails and all that good stuff. We can get there two ways. We can get there through a Maryland side, which is about 30 minutes from me, or we can go the Virginia side, which is about a little bit over an hour. I usually go to the Virginia side, but today I went to the Maryland side, and you can see more ponies there, more Chincoteague ponies. And I hadn't seen them in years, honestly. So I really wanted to see them. But I also wanted to go on the walking trails. But I did not realize that you had to pay to get to the walking trails. I thought that they were in the section before you have to pay. So we didn't get to do that. Plus it also started raining, which I'm not opposed to a little bit of rain, but if it's pouring down, I don't want to be stuck in that. I've done that, been there, done that, lived it, can tell the stories. So yeah, so that's basically all that I've done so far this morning. I've got some laundry going, but I don't want to bore you with that. So we'll see what else the day holds, and I will talk to you later. Welcome back. I just returned home from helping my husband with some yard work. We have a business, J&K Lawn Care, so usually he does all the physical labor and I do a lot of the back end stuff to help out, but today he needed some help, so I went and helped him. And let me tell you, like, we work fine together. We don't argue or anything like that. Like, we have a good personal and work relationship. But like the second job we went to, he was like, oh yeah, like all we have to do is trim some bushes. I'll trim them and you just have to carry them to the trailer. And I was like, okay, sounds simple enough. Yo, they were not bushes. They were trees. I was literally carrying tree limbs. And some of them I was like, dude, like, I can't carry these. Like, well, I could carry them, but I couldn't pick them up and put them in the trailer. So yeah, I was like, you gotta cut these up a little bit smaller. But anyway, I finished that. We did 2 jobs. I have a nail appointment, going to go do that, get my nails done. And then I'm actually, I am going to be volunteering at a carnival tonight at the food tent. So I think it's supposed to be in the 70s tonight. So hopefully it's not going to be too hot. I mean, I know it's going to be hotter in the food tent because of all the heat from the cooking and things. But yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it. I'm hoping my husband can bring my kid out too so they can have some fun while mama's working. But anyway, let's go get our nails done. These are what it look like now. Like, I got like little gems on them, but they always fall off. Like the one on my other hand, like this one, yeah, that one fell off the day after I had them done. And like, it's not the, like, my nail tech's fault. Like, it's not her fault at all. It's, I don't know if I'm rough on them or what, but I'm like, maybe I should just not get the gems on them anymore. But I'm going kind of with like a little bit of a retro style today, but of course I'll share them with you once I get them done. So let's go. I'm exhausted. I am not as young as I used to be. So last night we volunteered at the Sharptown Carnival and it was fun and I enjoyed meeting new people and all that good jazz. But y'all, I am tired. Well, you know, it didn't help that I was helping my husband yesterday morning with the yard work, a couple jobs he had. So like, I'm not used to physical labor, I will be honest. So like my back of my neck is hurting and everything this morning. But then like volunteering at the carnival, I didn't get home last night till I think it was after 11 o'clock. and I was serving soft crab sandwiches, and then I got switched to the oyster station because they needed help. And it was just a lot, which was fun though. I really did enjoy it, but it was a lot of work, and it was hot. Luckily, it wasn't as bad as it could have been, but nonetheless, it was still pretty hot. But so today's agenda, we have a couple showings this morning. Then I have to pick my grandmother up and take her somewhere, and then later on we have a refinance for one of my buyers that I don't really have to go to, but since it's them refinancing their house to purchase another house, I just like being there through each step of the transaction. So I'm going to go there with them. And then after that, I have to meet another friend who is selling his house. So I have to go there and meet him just to do a walk around of the house and see the condition of it, because I have renters in it, which always scare me. Most renters do not take care of other people's properties. And if you rent and you do, thank you. Thank you for taking care of where you live, because regardless of if you own the house or if someone else owns the house, like, that's where you live. You should take care of it. Your home is supposed to be your safe place. So let's get going and see if anything else pops up that we can get into today. Hello, beautiful. Welcome to 106 Unit C, Water's Edge in Chrisfield, Maryland. Let's do a little tour. rides are still going strong in the Fairy Garden Terrarium we did. Hello again, friends. Unfortunately, it is time for us to say goodbye. Yesterday, basically all I did was admin work. Yesterday was a paperwork day, getting caught up on everything. I got a new listing live. I signed off paperwork for another new listing to get signed. I got a house under contract, so I had to do all the back end work for that, just sending it to title and the lender and all the get inspection set up and all that stuff. So that was yesterday. Pretty boring day, but very productive. And I love feeling productive. So yeah, hopefully next week will be a little bit more exciting. Even though this week we did have the horses we saw. That was fun. I love the wild horses. I was bummed I didn't get to ride on any of the rides with my son at the carnival. So that was a bummer. But I did enjoy volunteering. That was super fun. So I will see you again next week. Like, comment, subscribe, help me grow my little channel, and I will see you next week. Bye.